in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Rob, hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Just don't stop. Born in a million. Born in a million.
Now on an absolutely perfect night in the Lone Star State, the roof's been opened, and we're ready for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Storms are mine, but you know she living major. When you flying up, this ain't no games. Don't live what happening, basis, stay in Vegas. Born in town, check the news, we make it famous.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Simpson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Love from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll run on first down. Banks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a tough situation to overcome here. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Banks. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 4.
Trap 60. Ready. Hey, smash. 60 Maverick. Check go.
Here's Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Check.
On third down, Simpson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked out a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer.
Now Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Simpson. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Shown on this opening drive, they've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be...
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Let's go now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Banks, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 2 yards still to go. Third down now.
79 Broncos.
Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Right back to him on first down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 8 coming from the 19. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he's finally out of bounds, but he gets it to the 25. What a return.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
On first down, Simpson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Bronco switch.
At the
Bronco
Giants'
switch.
25-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Simpson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Bringing up 3rd and 12.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
18 Cardinal, 18 Warriors, 70. Here we go, set. Track at 60. Buffalo 18. Go.
Love looking to throw it. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 126 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On second down, they'll run it here. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. They need 2. Here's third down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were ready. But the defense has practiced these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The 2 owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boy, is my team well prepared? And the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
To throw now. Here's Love. And complete to Drake London. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
At the 49-yard line.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check smash. Check smash. And up.
Throwing. Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Third and 4.
Check. Check. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Love now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And this one is incomplete.
Now, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Throwing to start the drive. Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
In motion goes the tight end. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Come on, set. Check go.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
13.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that deep.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Up the middle they go. Thanks. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his man, London, right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Love. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun. Love dancing to his left. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
They'll run on first down. Simpson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Love. To Gordon, out left. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
70 range.
Back to throw. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Go.
Here's a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw. Love. This will be caught at about the 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Go street.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Love throwing for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. On play action, Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First down, Giants.
This is 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And able to get this out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Banks, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. First throw in overtime for Love. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Set. 79 Broncos. Check. 18 Rebels. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Love. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old-school guys. They're like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down.
What can Young do in the OT? That's caught by Wilson, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it. Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Love
steps away to his left.
And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Love looking to throw it.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That is incomplete.
Well, how about about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.